Alright, this is Michael Means Business reporting on behalf of Hongfire News, which is a not official part of Hongfire, but it is something I'll be adding to my blog to further my Camhorse status. Basically, Hongfire News will be a recapping or a briefing on various interesting events that are currently happening in Hongfire, which, as you know, is a great internet community based on anime and various other great things that are great. Now, before I start this, I want to press in what I'd consider the official button, which makes me feel very official and like a newscaster. So allow me to press that briefly as the officialness sinks in, and then I'll start the story. Alright, that is the official button. Now that you've heard various official type music, allow me to switch the official button to the more relaxed official music that will help influence officialness in this official broadcast that is in no way officially related to Hongfire. You'll have to pardon me for various instances of possibly getting tongue-tied. I am not a professional, though I assure you I am official when it comes to broadcasting unofficial news for Hongfire. Just lower it a tad so I can concentrate. Before I start the first story, I'd like to say being official on Hongfire is great because you can, for a newscaster, drink on the job, and I'm not talking about Gatorade or apple cider, but wine, beer, hard liquor. If you want to smoke some crack, it's completely acceptable. It's up to you. Cheers, Hongfire, as I drink on the job. A very official job. Just lower that a touch. Matter of fact, hang on. I think I have a more official song to play. Excuse me. Alright. So, the very first story I will be doing on Hongfire News, sorry for taking so long to get to it, is discussing the Hongfire RPG, which the legendary member Stukasa has herself personally initiated. The Hongfire RPG is basically, well, an RPG game, a role-playing game which features various members of Hongfire. Now, the RPG, I can guarantee you, is not typical. It's not exactly linear as most RPGs are. There is a very wide variety of events you can take part in, and it's a bit more free roaming. It's being created using RPG Maker XP. Anyway, hang on a second again. Sorry, other talking kind of breaks my official concentration, even if it's on music. So, hang on a second. Where is the song I'm looking for? There we go. Now this is some official shit. Alright, anyway, sorry for the interruption. The Hongfire RPG is in the works by, as I said, the awesome member Stukasa. It is still open for help. I myself, along with various other Hongfire members, are doing our best, or as for me, maybe not quite my best, but to offer new ideas, anything from ideas in the script to helping with the coding. It's a very large project, most definitely. And, well, currently I'll add a link to the topic dealing with it. If there are any sprite animators that are watching this official broadcast, you're quite well needed, seeing as the Hongfire RPG will not only feature the ability to, kind of portray yourself, or that is a new member, which I should have explained first. You have the option to pick from 12 different sprite variations within it to kind of give you a more accurate depiction of yourself. However, within Hongfire, the Hongfire RPG, there are quite a number of members, from extremely old school members that don't visit anymore, that have, kind of left an imprint from, even 2004 or something, to more recent regular members such as myself, who've only been here a year, anywhere in between, even more recent members. I believe there's a total of 64 playable characters within it that are capable of being recruited throughout the RPG. Given the direction you take it, it's very open-ended. Say you were to complete a quest, perhaps involving me, for me to join your party, it may end up making you unable to have, say, another member that is of the Hongfire, excuse me, other Hongfire member to join your party. So hang on. To kind of show you a demonstration of, say, the character sprites, which again are very important in being made, because 64 members is quite a lot to have various sprites for, including avatars. Considering some of these might not be playable, there's a number of members that will be, say, owning an item shop or something. You can guarantee that it's definitely going to be diverse, obviously, with that much involving it. Anyway, here's two fine examples of two fine characters that will be playable within the game. This is Stukasa and her sprite, very well made, and of course my frightening avatar as a clown, with a sprite animation that I myself made. That, if I do say so myself, is quite well made, officially made. Alright, anyway, speaking of myself, the Hongfire Clown, I was probably known as the Devil beforehand, giving my previous avatar. Anyway, there's to explain more, perhaps not so well as I kind of bumble about as I explain this. Each section of the forum will be represented as a world within the game that you can play through. There's, we're still working on various quests that can be accessed throughout the game. There's a number of different enemies, which some are actually members that decided to want to be like a boss, or, something along the lines that you'd have to defeat in order to progress in the game. There's also going to be, something like perhaps Pedo Bear, other famous memes from 4chan, things that are well known within Hongfire, and things that we're forging as the game continues. Again, this is quite an immersive project which Stukasa has officially made and spearheaded, as she's recruited various other active and helpful members to continue on this. Stukasa has mentioned that we have a lot of work left to do, so this really won't be released anytime soon, but she's hoping you guys, the Hongfire public, look forward to it. And I can guarantee you, with Stukasa behind the wheel, things are going to be awesome, and with the help of other influential members, and perhaps not so influential members, it's definitely going in the right direction. Anyhow, as I've been bumbling about throughout this first news story, which would by no way be able to make, say, NBC News, I'm sure I'd be able to cut it for Fox News on the other hand. Hang on as I get a drink. In other news, there has been, according to my observation and others, an influx of new members who who are bumping extremely old topics, as you should know, or if you've read the rules. There's a limit to how old a topic should be before you bump it, which could, possibly be 2 or 3 months. But there are extremely old topics, 4 or 5 years old, that are getting bumped by new members. Again, not too sure if this is intentional or if it is just a fluke by a member or members who are not too familiar with the rules or disregarding the rules. Not exactly interesting news, but still news to report. In other news, real life news, Halloween's approaching. I'm sure various members of Hong Fire are interested in things such as cosplay, so I'm sure they're also interested in things such as Halloween, which is one of my favorite holidays. Didn't used to be when I was a kid, because, all I get was candy, when I could look forward to Christmas and be like, oh boy, I'm getting presents. Now, Christmas, it's not so interesting. Now I gotta buy presents for everybody else and probably end up a little behind when I get presents. But Halloween, I get to dress up, as does anybody else, to be an interesting, official person. So perhaps if anybody's so inclined, they could post some pictures or concept ideas of what they're going to be for Halloween. Another kind of related topic, I'm going to be going to the New York Anime Festival with a possibility that some members might be showing up from Hong Fire, but it doesn't look too hopeful. Regardless, you can guarantee that on behalf of Hong Fire News and my officialness, I'll be reporting and giving you guys a good topic regarding what's going on. Another bit of information, my 2 anniversaries are coming up, or 1 anniversary and 1 birthday, and they're both involving yours truly. My Hong Fire anniversary for 1 year on this magnificent site is coming up, and my birthday is coming up shortly after. I'll be 1 year old as I've mentioned, on Hong Fire, and I'll be a whole 26 years old, unfortunately, in real life. Anyhow, well, Hong Fire, as hopefully you've, watched through or suffered through this first news broadcast, which I hope continues to get better as I progress at being a cam whore. Probably not my most interesting, though I definitely covered some very interesting, primarily the Hong Fire RPG, interesting topics. Allow me to switch it up for some odd reason, briefly, to another kind of official music. And speaking of Halloween, not going to be my